BF-450e and BF-435e Operator Guide. Contents. Basics. Turning on or off the main power. Open the top cover of the RCT and press the power button. Close the RCT top cover. Open the booklet maker top cover. Press the power button and close the top cover. Changing staple cartridges. Open the booklet maker top cover. Reach out for the top cover latch and push it to have the top cover open to its service position. Press the staple cartridge ejector lever and pull out the staple cartridge. Repeat the same process on the other side. Replace the cartridge by pushing a new staple cartridge into the stapler until it snaps into position. Repeat the same process on the other side. Close the top cover. Installing the small paper kit. Changing paper width below 206 mm will start a step-by-step guide in the UI to help installing the small paper kit. Open the top cover, then secure it in the service position. Start by loosening the following knobs. Loosen the knob that is holding the left side jogger extension, lift it up and remove it. Fit the keyhole-shaped cutout around the upper knob. Slide the slotted holes under the black knobs and tighten them. Repeat the same process for the right side jogger extension. Close the top cover. Select Confirm. Installing the corner staple kit. Select Staple, then Corner Staple, then Confirm. If an incompatible paper size has been selected, the system will guide the user to compatible format. Selecting corner stapling will start a step-by-step guide in the UI to help installing the corner staple kit. Open the top cover, then secure it in the service position. Loosen the knobs on the left side jogger. Open the cable fasteners on the side of the frame. Lift to remove the corner staple kit. Slide the slotted holes on the corner staple kit under the loosened knobs. Tighten the knobs. Connect the cable to the jack. Close the top cover. Select Confirm. After step-by-step corner stapling installation, a prompt will appear on the UI to raise the cover of belt stacker. Select Confirm. Emptying waste bins. The message, Empty Face Trim Waste Bin, will be shown on the UI when the face trim waste bin is full. Pull up and out to open the lower door and empty the face trim waste bin. Reinstall the empty face trim waste bin and close the door. The message, Empty Side Trim Waste Bin, will be shown on the UI when the side trim waste bin is full. Empty the side trim waste bin. Press Done to continue the job. Docking and undocking. To avoid damaging the communication cable, do not separate the RCT too far from the booklet maker. Push in the latch on the docking assembly and move the booklet maker away from the RCT. Making booklets. Paper size. To change the paper size, select Paper Size. Choose the desired size of paper and press Confirm. To create a custom paper size, select Paper Size. Press Custom Size, then Edit. Set the desired width and length by pressing the plus or minus buttons, or by pressing the width or length numbers. Select Confirm. Booklet size. Select booklet size. Booklet size can be set to either of two suggested formats or to a custom booklet size. To select a custom booklet size, select Booklet Size, then Custom Booklet Size, then Edit. Set the desired width and length by pressing the plus or minus buttons, or by pressing the width or length numbers. Select Confirm. Square back. The square back in the finishing module has three different settings: auto, manual, and off. To toggle between auto and manual modes, press square back. Turn off the following switch to activate manual mode or turn it on to activate auto mode. In manual mode, choose from one of the 9 square back modes. Select Confirm. To turn off square back completely, select Square Back. Make sure that auto mode is disabled and on the slider select off mode. Select Confirm. Fold position. Press the plus button to move the position closer to the front cover, and the minus button to move the position closer to the back cover. Select Confirm. Staple settings. Staple status can be set either to saddle stapling, edge stapling, corner stapling, or disabled. To adjust saddle staple, select Staple. Press the plus button to move the position closer to the front cover, and the minus button to move the position closer to the back cover. Select Confirm. To enable edge stapling, select Staple, then Edge Stapling, and Confirm. When enabling edge stapling, a prompt will appear on the UI to raise the cover of the belt stacker. To enable corner stapling, select Staple, then Corner Staple, and Confirm. Enabling corner stapling starts a step-by-step guide in the UI showing how to install the corner staple kit. Watch the Basics video section for corner staple kit installation. Select Confirm. To disable the stapling completely, select Staple and uncheck Currently Selected Stapling Mode. Select Confirm. Crease settings. Select Crease. When the cover switch is on, you can select which creaser tools to use by pressing Fine or the Coarse button. The position of the crease is initially set to the center of the sheet. Turn on the center function to produce booklets with a centerfold crease. The Fine setting is recommended for media up to 120 GSM and 32 pounds bond. For heavier media, select the Coarse setting. Press the plus button to move the position closer to the front cover, and the minus button to move the position closer to the back cover. Select Confirm. Set registration fine adjustment. Select booklet size, then set registration, then check set registration. Feed one set of the job from the printer or press Run button to feed manually. Open the top cover and inspect if set is compiled without being buckled or being too loose. In this case, set is being compiled too loose. Close the top cover. Use the minus button to decrease the distance between the stop gate and back joggers, and to tighten the position of the side joggers. Press Verify Adjustments. Open the top cover and check for adjustments. The set is now compiled correctly. Close the top cover and confirm the adjustments. Trim waist fan settings. Select booklet size, then trim waist fan. To guide the trim strips into the trim waist bin more effectively, you can adjust the airflow of the trim waist fan. If auto mode is not sufficient, disable it to activate manual mode. Use the plus button to increase, or the minus button to decrease the intensity of the airflow. Select Confirm. Asymmetric side trim. Select booklet size, then asymmetric side trim. Move the side trim to either side, head or foot, by using the plus and minus buttons. Select Confirm. The width of the booklet will remain, but the amount of the head and foot trim will not be equal. Cover Adjust. Select booklet size, then Cover Adjust. Change Cover Adjust value by pressing the plus and minus buttons. Select Confirm. Skew Compensation. Select Fold, then Skew Compensation. If booklet is skewed in this direction, press plus button. If booklet is skewed in this direction, press minus button. Select Confirm. Manual Feed. In the user interface, select Manual Feed, then follow the instructions to attach the manual feed table. To avoid damaging the communication cable, do not separate the RCT too far from the booklet maker. Push in the latch on the docking assembly and move the booklet maker away from the RCT. Remove the optional manual feed tray from the back of the booklet maker. Hang the manual feed tray onto the booklet maker by inserting the tray tabs in the in-feed cover slots. Adjust the manual feed size guides to correct size if needed. Press the green hand button and feed sheets. The booklet making process will start automatically as soon as a set is fed into the booklet maker. Note that the next set can only be fed when the green hand image has appeared on the screen. To cancel manual feed mode, press the red button. Put back the manual feed tray and dock the booklet maker back to RCT. Tools. Rotation. Select Tools, then Rotation. If your system includes the optional RCT module, you can select whether you want Auto Rotate function to be on or off. This setting will automatically be altered back and forth, depending on what paper size versus booklet size is entered in the main screen. Select Confirm. Production Priority. Select Production Priority. When using productivity mode, the productivity will be higher, but the system will get more demanding for high-quality media. Media below 120 GSM for coated media, or media that has a slight curl, will generally run better in precision mode. Select Confirm. Square back offset. Select Square back offset. Select sharper squareback edges by pressing the plus button, or softer edges by pressing the minus button. Select Confirm. Stacker Full Detection. Select Stacker Full Detection. The Stacker Full Detection stops the system when there is a risk of belt stacker becoming full. Leave the Stacker Full Detection set to On if you want the system to stop automatically when the belt stacker is getting full. Select Confirm. Cleaning Cycle. Select Cleaning Cycle. Select Rotate. Select Confirm. Guides. Select Guides, then Training. Scan the QR code to access operator training manual or video for this system. Set the switch to on or off depending on whether you want this window to be displayed during system startup. Select Confirm. Units. Select Units. Select desired units by pressing the millimeter or inch button. By selecting metric, inch or Japan series, the corresponding common paper sizes will be shown in the paper size menu. Select Confirm. Language. Select Language, then choose desired language. Software version. Select Software version to see the software version of all modules in the booklet making system. Service mode. Service mode function is authorized service personnel only and is password protected. Jobs. Saving a job. To save a job, begin by selecting the desired job settings. Select Jobs, then Save As. Enter the name of the job and confirm. The job is now saved and active. If any changes are made in currently loaded job, it will be indicated by an asterisk next to the job name on the main menu. To save changes made in this job, select Jobs. Make sure that the current job is selected and press Save. The asterisk disappears when all changes are saved. Loading jobs. To load a different job, select Jobs, pick desired job and select Load. A different job has now been loaded. Deleting jobs. To delete a job, select Jobs, pick a job to delete, and select Delete, and confirm. Clearing misfeeds. Misfeeds inside the RCT. If sheets are jammed or misfed in the RCT paper path, open the top cover. There are two baffles marked A and D. To remove jammed or misfed sheets, lift up the corresponding baffle and take out the sheets. Push down the baffle. If necessary, manually turn the roller to free a stuck sheet. Remove the misfed sheets and push down the baffle. Close the RCT top cover. If sheets are jammed or misfed in registration increaser area, open the slide door. Unlatch and pull out the slide door. If there are any jammed or misfed sheets in baffle B area, open baffle B. Roll the pulleys to move the sheet downwards. Open lower baffle and remove the sheet. Close all baffles. If the sheet is jammed or misfed in the top baffle area, simply open the top baffle and remove the sheet. If the sheet is jammed or misfed in C baffle area, open the C baffle. Lift the sheet upwards until it touches the rollers. Turn the rollers as shown and remove the sheet. Close baffle C. Push in and latch the slide. Close the slide door. Misfeeds inside the booklet maker. To clear a misfeed indicated in area BM1, open the top cover, then secure it in service position. Lift up in feed drive paper guide, widen side guides if necessary, remove misfed or jammed sheets. Lower the in-feed drive paper guide. To clear a misfeed indicated in area BM2, open and then close the top cover. If system does not purge, remove misfed sheets manually, by opening the top cover and folding up the transport belt assembly. Remove the sheets and fold down the transport belt assembly. Additionally, if better access to jammed sheets is required, pull the levers as shown and remove the upper fold roller paper guide. Angle the paper guide and fold up the transport belt assembly. Remove the damping plate. Pull the lever as shown and remove the lower fold roller paper guide. Remove the jammed or misfed sheets. Reinstall the lower fold roller paper guide. Secure it by pushing the levers away from the center of the machine. Reinstall the damping plate. Lower the transport belt assembly. Reinstall the upper fold roller paper guide. Secure it by pushing the levers away from the center of the machine. Misfeeds inside the finishing module. To clear a misfeed indicated in area FM1 and FM2, open and then close the top cover. If system does not purge, open the top cover and remove the jammed or misfed sheets manually. Close the top cover. To clear a misfeed indicated in area FM3, simply look for any jammed or misfed sets in this area and remove them. Maintenance. Booklet maker maintenance. Open the top cover, then secure it in the service position. Lift up the upper exit assay. Remove the damping plate. Pull the levers as shown and remove the lower fold roller paper guide. Clean the lower exit belts using a lint-free cloth and soap water. Move the belt by hand to access and clean entire length of the belt. Clean the upper exit belts using lint-free cloth and soap water. Move the belt by hand to access and clean entire length of the belt. Lower the transport belt assembly. Remove the upper fold roller paper guide for easier access when cleaning the upper fold roller. Clean the upper fold roller with a lint-free cloth. Lift the transport belt assembly and clean the lower fold rollers with a lint-free cloth. Once done, lower the transport belt assembly, close the top cover and access the user interface. Select Tools, then Cleaning Cycle. Select Rotate. Open the top cover, then secure it in the service position and clean the visible part of the upper and lower rollers. Close the top cover, press Rotate, repeat the process until fully clean. Clean the in-feed belt and rollers using lint-free cloth and soap water. Turn the shaft with the other hand to gain access to the whole length of the in-feed belt. Clean both rollers. Lift in-feed drive paper guide. Clean the transport belt using lint-free cloth and soap water. Move belt by hand to access and clean the entire length of the belt. Make sure not to damage the pusher that is attached to the belt when moving the belt. Clean off dust from the in-feed sensor Q1 with a lint-free cloth. Clean off dust from the paper path sensor Q14 with a lint-free cloth. Clean off dust from the exit sensor Q2 with a lint-free cloth. Reinstall the lower fold roller paper guide. Secure it by pushing the levers away from the center of the machine. Reinstall the damping plate. Lower the upper exit belt assey. Reinstall the upper fold rollers paper guide. Secure it by pushing the levers away from the center of the machine. In order to clean the clincher area, first remove staple cartridges by pressing the ejector levers. Wipe the clincher area with a clean rag. Replace the staple cartridges by pushing them into the stapler, until they snap into position. Close the top cover. Finishing module maintenance. In order to clean square back clamps and roller, the trimming unit in the finishing module needs to be at the right side, close to the booklet maker. To move the trimmer unit, close the top cover, press the paper size button, select 210 by 620 paper size and confirm. Select manual feed and press the green hand button. Press the red stop button once it appears on the screen. Open the top cover. Trimmer unit has now moved to the right side, making the access easier. To make access easier, push the square back roller housing towards the middle of the machine. Lift up the following shaft. Clean the upper and lower clamp beam with water and lint-free cloth. Clean the square back roller. The roller can easily be rotated by hand. Rotate and clean the roller until all of the surface is cleaned. Close the top cover. To gain access to all sensors, trimmer unit need to be moved to the center of the finishing module. Press the paper size button, select A3 paper size and confirm. Select manual feed and press the green hand button. Press the red stop button once it appears on the screen. The trimmer unit is now in the middle of the machine, making it easier to access all of the sensors. Clean sensors Q13 and Q14 with a lint-free cloth. Clean sensor Q20 with a lint-free cloth. Clean sensor Q23 with a lint-free cloth. Lift up the cover with your hand and use a lint-free cloth to clean the belt stacker sensor. Clean in feed module foam rollers. If access is required, move the trimmer unit all the way to the exit side. To move the trimmer unit to the exit side of the finishing module, close the top cover, press paper size, select A4 long edge feed paper size. Select manual feed and press the green hand button. Press the red stop button once it appears on the screen. Open the top cover and clean the foam rollers with water and lint-free cloth. The foam rollers can easily be rotated by hand. Close the top cover. RCT maintenance. Clean the paper path transportation nip rollers. Clean the drive rollers. Clean the fixing rollers. Clean the registration cross rollers. Clean the friction tires. Clean the rotator rollers. Use lint-free cloth to clean the in-feed sensor. Use lint-free cloth to clean the exit sensor. Clean the rotator sensor. Clean the creaser sensor. Clean the registration sensor. Clean the creaser tool grooves on both sides. System maintenance is now complete.